Hello everybody, this is going to be a kind of a weirder video. I'm actually going to go ahead and load into my Gondorian campaign. This video I kind of wanted to just showcase the Gondorian campaign for one, how things are going, and what they look like middle to late game. It's actually something very exciting for myself because I've wanted to play Gondor successfully for quite a long time, and we're talking probably like, I don't know, a couple years after the Third Age mod came out in the first place for Gondor. I wouldn't. That's the whole reason I bought Medieval actually in the first place, because it had great reviews, and also knew it had a pretty awesome modding scene. So I got Medieval Total War 2 after I had purchased some newer Total War titles. Enjoyed those. Doesn't mean I was any good at them, but I did enjoy them. And tried to get into Medieval. The problem was I had not played base game Medieval ever, so I had no idea what the heck I was doing. And then getting into the mod, not knowing the nuances, and playing one of the hardest factions in the mod at the time, which I think was just called Third Age, was actually playing the Gondorian campaign. Unlike in the sub-mod, you were in control of all of this land, but you also had Dol Amroth as a part of your kingdom. They aren't your vassal in the original mod. They were actually just a part of you, and you could recruit the cavalry. But I could never get very far. For one, I had a misunderstanding of how to target growth and building up forces over time. So I just would end up taxing all of my different cities across the realm to death, where they would be declining in population and thus declining in the amount of money I'd get over time. And I could just never figure out how to play it. Mordor would always build up and then end up pushing me out of the game. I had no idea how lords worked, that you could stack generals and just have generals attack cities and do all the hard work for you. So that isn't the case anymore. I came into this campaign after finishing my Dale campaign and starting my Breland campaign. I felt I was confident enough to give it a good crack and see how things turned out. And so that's where I'm at. I'm almost turn 100, 2 away from turn 100. And at the beginning of the game, I knew in order to get rid of Mordor, I would have to bum rush them using all the generals I could get a hold of, and relying on Dol Amroth to try to keep the southern border in check. As it stands at turn 98, I have pushed Mordor completely out of the game. In fact, they're just down to this last. They were down to this last castle. Took the castle, and now we are working on building up my economy and my forces. We're about 38 turns past the barracks event, so all of my Gondorian infantry are all good to go, and I've been building up the armories, the buildings necessary, and the economy, and I've managed to keep all of the the named heroes alive. In fact, I think they're all over here. As you can see, Forlong, the gatekeeper, he took the Moramin Gate, and his retinue has seen quite the many battles. They've probably been in every battle for breaking through the Mordorian defenses, and then the slog it takes to capture Mordor. Faramir's still alive. Boromir is obviously still alive. The Steward is alive, and because we destroyed Mordor, he's no longer has the trait of resisting Mordor or resisting Sauron, so he is perfectly healthy, plenty of renown. His acumen isn't that great, surprisingly, but he's basically just a good, kind ruler at this stage in the campaign. So what's left for us is to take 50 regions. We've actually reached 30 from the Breland campaign, and we are now pressing southward on Haradrim and the Ardenaim, or what are they named? They are the Ardenaim. We actually had a good rune campaign happened, Rune turned to good. And because I had already been attacking Mordor for such a long time, they got their one army to attack. They took that castle, and then they just stayed there that whole campaign as they kept routing troops to deal with the Gondorian threat at their gates. This line right here, I probably was here for the majority of the game with all of these settlements, and Mordor had 1, 2, 3, like 3 or 4 settlements, plus that one later on. I have no idea when they took it, but once we finally broke their backs and took Barad-dûr, we pretty much destroyed their ability to get the wraiths to come back in, and it was just a cleanup of their trashy tier, mid-tier, low mid-tier troops. So some cool things to showcase. I did get East Osgiliath rebuilt, which is a really cool function. I think might have been in the base game as well. East Osgiliath is now a huge city. We've had Callan here as its governor this whole time. They make us, well, we're working on turning them into a powerhouse of a trade hub. We have West Osgiliath. I'm still working on increasing their population growth, which is at 5% right now, but with these upcoming public health bonuses and whatnot, they should be able to get that up even further. I was just using it as an armory / fortress to retrain and train troops and get them out of here. And then the rest of the lands are kind of hit or miss, kind of going both ways. Our economy is finally stabilized with the vast amounts of troops. I have been developing these cities for a while. We are allied with Edidwaith, and they took these 2 castles that I decided not to deal with. So Edidwaith is actually pushing on Isengard, who I think are out of the game, actually. Yeah, they took out... Isengard no longer exists, I'm fairly certain. Rohan. Yeah, so it's just the Dunlendings to our north. I think Rohan and Edidwaith have pretty much cleaned up my northern sector. And so really the biggest threats right now is Rune, who I'm not at war with yet, I don't think. No, yeah. Rune, which I am aware of, and the southern nations here. Khan basically was a delaying factor, so they were pretty much no longer a feasible ally. They're not going to be doing a whole lot for me. Whereas Dol Amroth is, I've had to kind of, they've been holding the line but losing this whole time, so they're not doing super well. They lost Edenhelland recently. I retook it and then gave it back to them for free, just because I felt like it was lore friendly, and they wouldn't pay me for it. So yeah, I wanted them to keep their strength here. Although it would have been nice taking their places. I think you might be able to get access to their unique buildings and be able to recruit their more unique troops. But yeah, it doesn't appear to be the case, I don't think. Doesn't really matter. I'm not trying to play Dol Amroth. Homeland region. So we get access. I think Tarnos is the only castle that gets access to their unique units. When I had taken Elahond, it didn't look like I could recruit their troops or build any of their buildings. So again, I just made the decision not to. But we're going to go ahead and hire these guys, get them into play. Try to use that castle as our cavalry recruiting section. And yeah, everybody else has just been pretty infantry heavy that is how you play Gondor. It's just a lot of infantry, which is pretty much my play style, with the exception of this army I'm making right here. I play a very infantry heavy games typically.
Ready your weapons.
They could use with some bows. So we're just gonna see a couple turns in this video of Gondor. I wasn't sure if I wanted to make this like an actual series to just watch it to the end, kind of starting in the middle, and then we progress until I win. I haven't set any long-standing goals. Like Isengard got taken out. Rune's probably somebody that needs to be dealt with, but I think Dale has the biggest army in the world right now, or they're competing with me for it anyways. A couple other cool places. We have Minas Morgul. You get that special building, the Tower of the Moon, and you get Minas Ethel Guardians. The only place I think you can actually get them is here. And then I don't believe this provides you with anything other than the Citadel Guard. I don't believe you can... I'm not sure what building gave me them. I think it was a high-tier army barracks. Yeah, so they're just from culture and the barracks. So, but this place basically, now that I've finally secured Mordor, I have a lot of advantages. I would like to actually get some towers up so I could kind of see what's happening. Probably should have been doing that, honestly.
Maintain order. Protect the blood of Numenor.
Alright, so we're probably just gonna shift to making a bunch of towers everywhere that I could get them.
Onward.
Increase my line of sight everywhere that I can get them. And yeah, that'll be our goal for now. Try to get some towers up in places I could use them.
Awaiting your command.
Oh yeah, that's not my best idea.
Onward.
So yeah, we're gonna be using our generals that I do have in the area still. Get the towers up where I need them.
Maintain order.
Just so I can see what's coming when it comes. Might as well keep going.
Let us set up camp here. Protect the blood of Numenor.
See these guys. That's good enough.
Forward. March, men. Let us set up camp here.
Probably not the most fun thing to watch somebody do, but all I am trying to do is make sure I see what's coming when it gets here. That's the goal. Because Gondor gets access to these towers. I think any super developed nation gets access to these big towers, and you can use them for, I think this is the bigger Castle of the Sea, yeah. I'm going to start fighting the Ardenaim and the Haradrim navies to try to wrestle control back from my ports, who are having trouble with their navies being in the way. Get them out of the way, and we're cooking with peanut oil. All right. Outside of that,
let us set up camp here.
We're gonna keep pushing up. We just took this city from the Haradrim army. It was actually a pretty easy victory. Let's get him out of the picture.
This evil. Maintain order. Marchmen, awaiting your command. Slay them! Protect the blood of Numenor. Awaiting your command. Maintain order. Onward.
So we'll get into a couple fights here.
Marchmen.
Who do I want taking this victory? This guy I've been using here and there. He's got some really good stats for age 36. So we'll give this guy the attack, I think.
Quell this evil! Let them have it, man!
The one thing that's probably the most boring about Gondor is their general bodyguard is just such a boring unit. Like, they have a lot of unique bodyguard units, like with their named characters. You get a lot of unique ones. I don't know, maybe the most out of all the factions. I would say that's probably the case. They do have a lot of very important people. But they're just their regular bodyguard is just armored spear guys. They're not even... They're just there to keep them from dying is the way I kind of taken it. Alright, so we're going to just play a skirmish delaying action. Keep my spears on the flanks best I can. I'm pretty sure, I didn't check their army, but I'm fairly certain they have a bunch of yeah, we're not gonna want the Athelian Rangers to take that in the face. Fairly certain they have just a bunch of cav. We'll see. Not a bunch, but they do have some. I'll wait for my reinforcements to show up, get them in here. Gondor also has the really cool mechanic of having visual upgrades when you armor up their troops. So you got your Gondorian spearmen here who are going to fly right by. That's Numenorian plate, I think. Yeah, it doesn't. I can't get the option. Unfortunately, I don't get a visual upgrade for any of the militia units, and I don't know of a faction I have played yet that gets a visual upgrade to their militia. But anybody just past militia usually gets some sort of visual upgrade if that's something their faction supports. So looks like we're going to be an archer heavy fight today, which I kind of did have access to a lot of really high tier archer units, so I've got a bunch of them in the armies that I have pushing the Haradrim, which isn't terrible since we don't have cavalry. It is one way to kind of poke them to get them to actually attack us, but the Haradrim aren't known for their cav. I think they're more of a spear infantry, more infantry than anything, though they do have access to cavalry, and I think some pretty good cav too, if I'm not mistaken.
Men of Gondor, forward! Gondor militia!
Right. Just need to be able to hit these guys to get them out of position. What I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put the archers on the cliff here and try to get some troops just underneath them. Where was that? Yes. So these guys I'm going to have be kind of down here. There's probably a much better way of doing this, but I don't believe they've made a lot of quality of life stuff in the older versions of Total War. Whereas in the new versions, there's like a bunch of ways you could make selecting multiple units way easier on you. Alright, yeah, we'll let them open up. Fire at will. Just want them to attack us. Not even sure what they're shooting at. These guys are a pretty solid frontline unit if they have to get into a fight. So are our Gondorian archers. I think the Athelian Rangers are our only real dedicated unit for archery that sucks in melee. Shouldn't be in melee. We have some Osgiliath veterans, which I believe are made to be really good at killing the heck out of things. Dang, they're really just letting us pepper them, huh? Why do these guys look different? Ah, one's got the... So the archers, for whatever reason, when they get the armor upgrade, they just go from looking like this, which I guess that's all like cloth armor, to having like leather padding, I guess. Still technically an upgrade. Alright, I know the range on the Athelian Rangers is just insane. This is such a cop-out way of playing, but I'm here to just enjoy the fact that I have a bunch of good units versus their not-so-great units. Let's get the Gondor infantry to hold the line down there. There we go. Okay, I don't want anyone running for their life when we take contact. It's time to move these boys. Oops. Still got some archers that could be used. That looks cool. Enough. Patrolman discharging.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
I'm not sure what this cav's gonna do. They might actually plow right through my pikes there on the right. Maybe not. They're braced. And I have a group. Yeah, it looks like they held them. Alright, it's time to send in the boys. Uh-oh. Yeah, deleted that unit. Keep these guys on the flanks to keep them from doing that again.
Go, militia! Ready your weapons.
Dang, these guys are getting really stuck in. Camel riders. I never knew how good or bad that unit kind of would be. Okay, trollmen are gone. I think our Athelian Rangers are just running out of ammo here. Come on. That should be enough to catch him. Come on. Ah!
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
That's annoying. I definitely should have caught them on that one. I kind of treat these guys as a bit of a hybrid sword and shield, or sword and bow infantry. Like Dale's got a lot of those guys. I guess they chased those cav units to the ends of the earth. Get the archers to focus.
The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
It's just been a cav versus cav engagement. so far. Yeah, they keep charging right into my pikes. Not the greatest. And there's charge right into some spears. Where are my... There they are. Going right into the thick of things. These guys are out of ammo, so you're going to charge right in. Y'all could just retreat. So you got a couple more rounds. I'm not sure if I'm fighting against pikes. Nah, just some sword and board homies. These guys are done. They got the Citadel Guard to worry about. Actually, why don't you guys hit that flank?
The enemy army
Excellent.
flees the field. Pursue and run them
See
down.
how many we can pick up before they take off.
Be ready, countrymen. Archers at the ready. Be still.
Crap, couldn't catch him with the... Yeah, that definitely didn't feel so good after that one.
Let's go. Pick up your bows, countrymen.
Not really gonna matter. I won't be able to pick up 90 without the cav.
This is a clear victory.
Definitely a consideration. The reason I even managed to win against Mordor so easily was their units break very quickly, and if you have 1 or 2 units of Gondor militia cavalry, you could just run down those units for days, because the Mordor ash slows everyone down, so they're, you know, they take forever to get out.
Watch for the enemy.
It's hard to retreat on those maps. Alright, so they're gone. I would like some...
Maintain order.
What would I like, actually? Those guys were pretty dang depleted. This is the other part of the game that's always been tedious, is just having the replenish system not be implemented like it is in the newer games. While I get it, it's totally just for... They wanted to go for a realistic take. It's still very annoying
Maintain order. Forward.
about how they had to implement it.
Ready your weapons.
Alright, that's being worked on. We got a million militia units that could be getting into the fight here. What are you guys doing? Do I really not have a blacksmith here? Maybe it's not, the castle is just not hot. It's just not a high enough tier to have the armor that I need for the Gondorian infantry. Yeah, my guess, I'll probably keep this more as a showcase, just to kind of show you what's going on. See if I could get into any other fights with some cooler units to kind of showcase how they work in battle. Like the Minnesota Guardians are always dope to see in a fight. Kind of lost where the other group of them went. They're in here, they're in one of these armies. I put them to work.
Protect the blood of Numenor.
Or at least I thought I did. Where are they?
Ready your weapons.
I had 2 units of them. I don't know what happened to the second unit.
Maintain order.
Maybe they're way over here?
Captain of Gondor,
Let us set up camp.
protect
Yes.
the blood of Numenor.
Quell this evil.
Captain of Gondor,
Let us set up camp here.
So we're continuing our attack on Haradrim. I think Khan has two cities left. So they've used up their entire last stand army too, so they're not going to be making any more pushes. Not really. They might take one more city, but I'm probably going to end up taking everything that they could take before they're able to get to it. Which is a bit of a bummer, but that's usually how these campaigns go. You just gotta, you can't really rely on your ally that much.
Maintain order.
The enemies of the free peoples of Middle Earth are so well taken care of this game that I'm kind of wondering if I'll actually be able to
Ready your weapons.
reach that goal of needing
March, men. Let us set up camp here.
X amount of
Let us set up
territory, because I mean I already have 30 and I don't know, I guess I might be able to get 20 from down here, but
Captain of Gondor,
that'll take a while. Dang.
Maintain
Alright, so
order.
they're trying to get around me. Interesting strategy. I take out everybody that I can't really use. Anybody else? The pikes can't really use them that much right now.
Yes.
Oops.
protect the blood of Numenor.
Get in there.
As you wish.
The Guardians would be nice. Cav would be nice. These guys are always good. These guys are good.
Joining forces.
Alright. We'll go fight them with this army. They have a lot of cavalry units, and I have a sizable amount of really good spear units, so we'll see how this goes.
Break their will.
I think what could be really fun is, you know, is the fighting in each of the games. But for me, it starts to wear on me after a while. After I get access to all the cool units, it kind of just becomes, you know, a little tedious to have to fight all the same fights over and over again. I guess that's why a lot of people are like, they really enjoy the initial challenge. Whereas I love seeing where things go. My favorite part of most of these games is seeing how powerful I can get. And then once I've reached the apex of that, then it's not as much of a challenge. And I'm not able to get all the cool units. But my favorite is showcasing all the dope units you can use in the game. Oh crap. Let's get the Osgiliath veterans and these guys on the flank. Doesn't look like they're going to give me a break here. Shoot. If they'll let me down, he'll charge him. Doesn't look like it. Get them to... Alright, there it is. Our first charge. Right in their south run lancers. Here come their units.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
Are any of these guys missile units? Doesn't look like it. I think I could probably do just fine with the troops I have here. Axemen.
Our men have slain the enemy general.
Oh, I
Without
guess it
him,
was
his
just
troops will
a.
lose their will to fight.
They just had that cav unit. Crap, looks like we're gonna get the charge off. Trollmen are kind of scary. Okay, we got the archers pretty handily. Here comes more charges. Right into some pikes and spears. Not a great charge. Crap, they do have a couple. These guys need to stop running around all over the place. Just let them run themselves right into us. Ooh. Okay, so looks like we broke them on this flank here. Let's go after their light cav. Alright, they've broken themselves on us over there. Okay, I think they're gonna catch him. Alright, let's let the pikes do their thing. Take them out. Perfect. Broke them. Excellent. See if I can't get the lancers to attack us now. Right into their pikes.
The enemy are badly bloodied.
Perfect.
They have lost half their men.
Pull these guys out, put them somewhere else. Right in their backs. Cav, where's my cav? They're fighting a two-front war, two-prong war, one of which I don't see them coming back from. Dang it. Oh, they broke. I'd need these guys to head back. I just need the, Trollman warriors got no qualms with running right into him. See if this will break him. Yep, got him. Arrows are peppering them. It's not It's not a perfect formula.
Aim your weapons.
Okay, got them. Dude. Broke the pikes.
Soldier battalion at the ready.
These guys completely surrounded on all ends. Cavalry's mopping them up. Yeah, it's pretty much a done deal at this point. Gondor is terrifying to fight on the map with this many armored units.
The enemy army flees the field.
Excellent.
Pursue
These
and
guys I
run them
could
down.
probably get down to 80. Or 90%, sorry. Just gotta keep that number going up.
Ride out. Ride out.
There it is. That's 90. Excellent. That's an army
Awed
gun.
by the victory we
They're not coming back. And I still don't know. Well, I don't know if I'll ever really get a complete handle on all the different factions and how they play in this mod. I know how Mordor's units work for better or for worse, but I think most people do, just because Mordor is
Watch for the enemy.
the pretty much you always end up fighting them every time you play them.
Never shall they return.
Alright, so that was some of our higher tier units. The Minnesethal Guardians would be fun to showcase. Unfortunately, I don't know where I threw them. I'm kind of a little frustrated with the fact that I just kind of chucked them somewhere. They're such a nice unit that I don't know where they went.
Maintain
But
order.
yeah, our borders are pretty secure, and it's really just a matter of time, I think, before our foe falls. Like, I don't want to underestimate them, but
Protect the blood of Numenor.
yeah, I'm not super worried about overestimating them at this point either.
Merging army. Awaiting your command. Onward.
Yeah, we've just gotten so far. We control so much territory. I don't see them coming back from this. Dol Amroth is still annoying them, if anything. That's a plus.
Captain of Gondor.
I'm gonna have these guys meet up with that, make a new army,
the blood
move
of
them
Numenor.
out.
Ready your weapons. Onward.
Captain of Gondor.
Where is my... Okay, so we know where that is, but what's it over here?
Approaching quietly. Approaching quietly. Tomorrow's journey.
I want to
planned
take
out.
Tir Ithraid next to try to keep my borders from getting scrunched. I'm surprisingly able... I was able to only recruit like one spy. I don't know what's changed. Okay, these guys are...
Yes. We can go no
Go
further
get
today.
refurbished.
We'll make camp here.
Oh, you know what? Here they are. I had them retrained. Yeah, all these troops now have armor. Excellent.
As you wish.
Sweet. So
We
I got
can
a
go
second
no
group
further,
of...
my lord. March to
infantry all
exhaustion,
trained up.
continuing later.
Let's see here. Knight Stables, Great Roads. These guys should have a armory. Or a Numenorian armorer. I don't know why they're coming out without good armor on. I built that for the express purpose of making sure everybody's all armored correctly. Still can't retrain them. Yeah, I got like no armorers left that I need to build, at least not in that area. We got plenty of work to be done over in the further areas, but I concentrated all of my work on other
Let us
areas.
set up camp here.
in order to really put the pressure on.
By your command.
Alright,
Ready your
no
weapons.
Mercs here, but he
Captain
is
of
going
Gondor.
to meet up
Let us
with
set up
him,
camp here.
and that's going to get pushed here pretty soon. These guys, no armor.
As you wish.
Do they have armor here?
We can
I
go
don't
no
think so.
further today.
Yeah, I have not been keeping up the armory on my front lines with the southern tribes. That's just the way it goes. I was all in on taking out Mordor, so all of the facilities that got all the upgrades are
Protect the blood of
in-
Numenor.
on the Mordor
Let us set up camp.
area. Crap, forgot to. I need to keep building towers for line of sight. Forgot all about that. I'm gonna try to do one more battle to try to get the Minas Ithil guys in there, because they are one of my favorite units to showcase right now. Might take some time to get them down, but I think I'll throw them into the Ardenium battle for that one city. Might take a couple turns to get them down there, so I'll just kind of breeze through some turns real quick. Do I have any money?
Ready your weapons. Onward!
What? Why not?
March, men!
Why?
Forward! Onward! Let us set up.
Awaiting your command.
Forward!
Alright, that's probably the best I'm
March,
gonna
men.
get, so these guys could
Protect
just
the
head
blood of
back
Numenor.
to
Let
there.
us set up camp here.
I could get some line of sight there, but I think that's pretty decently covered. Plus, I am doing a pretty solid job with
Maintain order! Onward!
keeping the pressure on, so you guys are gonna move for that.
March to Ixal.
Protect the blood of Numenor.
March, men!
My lord. Joining forces, my lord.
Do I have anyone else that I could be using?
My lord. Approaching.
I want to see what is
quietly.
going on with.
I will not waste words on you.
They really just
Ready your
have the
weapons.
manpower to throw army after army at me.
My
That's
lord.
obnoxious.
Approaching quietly. Approaching quietly.
All right,
Maintain order! Assail the enemies of Gondor!
we'll
Let
keep
us
that
claim
up.
this field.
These guys are kind of out of the way, so they're not going to be getting reinforcements for some time.
Onward!
Protect
I have
the
to make
blood
do
of
with what I
Numenor.
have. All right.
As you
Perfect.
wish. Yes.
Maintain order! March, men! Forward! Let us set up camp here.
All right, so line of sight with that's pretty much done.
Let us set up
I'm
camp
gonna
here.
I'm gonna keep up the roads.
Let us set up camp here.
Clans of Edidwythe is the strongest faction now, huh? It'd be fun to go to war against, just to kind of test stuff out. This is a lot less lore friendly, and I would love to see how the Gondorian troops match up against the different factions, even down to the. I'd be willing to take the whole map just to see how everybody plays late game. I won't be able to fight everybody, obviously, but I'll be able to get a lot of them. Sure, retrain them, get them some better bodyguard. Alright, so still working on
Captain of Gondor.
that.
Protect the blood of Numenor.
Maintain order!
Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get him to take control of that army there. This group here is going to focus on... Actually, I'm going to need some reinforcements. I'm going to need to reinforce that position here pretty soon.
As you wish. Yes.
Get you
Your will, my
guys
lord.
reinforce
By
that
your
castle.
command.
I just need some kind of garrison there. They haven't been paid for yet. Oh,
Captain
perfect.
of Gondor.
March,
Y'all
men!
get on down there.
Let us set up camp here.
These guys been retrained. Perfect. No armor, though. Not as great.
As you wish. March to exhaustion, continuing later.
Try to keep garrisons set up because the freaking Ardenheim love to just drop armies on you all the time. It's pretty annoying.
My lord. Not possible. Orders.
I think you're being a negative Nancy right now, sir.
Awaiting your command.
Yeah, we'll turn you around. It's too bad I can't grab any mercs. He's working. Those troops are coming back. Siren Goss needs to have a... It just needs to be able to defend itself if we get attacked, because that'll be the first place to go. Now that I got line of sight, I'll be able to kind of see things before they happen. Yikes, totally forgot to do anything with that. Siege works, that's right, you can get a better... Let's keep that going. Should have queued those up already. I think we are now running up against too many armies out on the map problem. Oops. That wasn't supposed to happen yet. Crap. Alright, retreat. See if they'll let me get away with that. I doubt it. I think Rune is probably battling for their life right now. They haven't taken out uh-oh. They know I'm here now, so they got diplomats over here. Gelibrin will be another obvious target. Maybe not immediate. I think the gates of Moramin are probably the most in danger of getting attacked. Alright, just retreat into the castle. Or you could retreat.
Retreat!
Yeah, perfect. Okay, I don't think they are. It's not their turn yet.
camp here.
Dolgodor's practically dead. Still don't have the money to afford that. Dolgodor's diminished. Don't care about that. Y'all just need to get better armor. Oh, yeah, I'll take those any day. They're not dead. What do you got for me? Wardens. Really still no clansmen, huh? Citadel and Wardens of the White Tower. Solid units. Osgiliath veterans. Just want to keep their pools going and getting me troops as obvious or as quick as they can. Gustald, another city's ready to go.
Ready your weapons.
Protect the blood of Numenor.
You guys come on down
By your
here.
command.
Ready your weapons.
Meet them.
Forward.
Captain of God,
You
protect
guys
the blood of
retreat real
Numenor.
quick.
Awaiting your command.
Meet up.
Protect the blood of Numenor.
It's gonna
Well,
take 2
this
turns.
maintain order.
Alright, so in 2 turns, once that fight's over, I'll end the
Ready your
episode, I
weapons.
think. Or maybe I'll end it now. It's going to be a lot of Haradrim I have to kill, and I'm not really feeling it. Alright, well, maybe I'll continue the episodes then. We're going to go ahead and put a pause in it. I'm just not wanting to fight too many more battles. I prefer troop movements and map painting to actual fighting, so I'd probably be much better Hearts of Iron player than anything. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks so much, and I hope you enjoyed a showcase of Gondor. I love Gondor, so that's why I wanted to show them off. But yeah, that's what it looks like. So how the campaign's going. I might make a part 2. I don't know if I might just follow it to the end, because the beginning of the game is really annoying, really boring, very tedious, a lot of the same maps. It's very drab and black and brown and gray, and I can see why people don't like fighting Mordor now, so just take my word for it. So again, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a good one.